Go ahead, Jake.
So I know to get a line tangent to the slope at this point, I need to find the derivative of f. So I found the derivative of f.
Tell me what to write.
So I said f prime of x equals x plus 1 times 5, in parentheses, yeah, times 5 times, in parentheses, 2x minus 1 to the 4th, in parentheses, times 2.
Pause right there. You want to need me to do more to make sure you understand how we got there, because that's perfect.
Where did the 2 come from? Right after the 2x.
So we're doing, so you're okay that the product will take the second. I must multiply by the derivative of this. You good there, Zach? Good. So I'm going to do the derivative of that over here. I'll get you to help me. So what's the rule I use here, Zach?
The power rule.
Awesome. So power rule says I bring down the 5, multiply by the base. New exponent is 4. Now I've got d of this. Does that make sense? So then what's this going to be, Zach?
That'll be 2dx minus 1 over dx.
Close. Let me write it down. Hold on. I think you had it. I just got to write it down. So use the add subtract rule. That becomes 2 of dx over dx minus d of 1 over dx. Okay, there. Keep going.
And that's 2dx over dx, which is equal to 2.
There we go. So that's where the 2 came from.
Okay. And then d1 over dx, that's just 0, right?
Yeah, same thing as before. That's a constant, hence 0. You good? Good work. Anybody else? Somebody else take over now. Get your name on the board. If you're working on other things, that's fine. We got Zach. We got Jake. Go.
Would be plus, and then in parentheses, 2x minus 1, and parentheses to the 5th power.
So we take the first, now times the derivative of the second, but the derivative of this would just be 1, so that's perfect. Let's talk about that. Very crooked line there, sorry. So now what? Somebody else? Anybody? Helping? Go, Megan.
If you plug in 1 for x,
Tell me why.
because for the equation we need to find the slope at where x is 1, so find the slope we need to plug in the x.
Perfect. So what's the slogan for this formula, Megan?
You plug in any x and you find the slope at
Or?
that point.
Or?
Or you find the you do, or you, I don't know.
Just say it the other way around. So what you say is, like this, like what would be the slogan for this formula?
You plug in the x,
To find a
y,
y,
or
and the
you plug
reverse
in
would
a y
be
and
to find an x. So what's the slogan for this
Or
formula?
you find the slope to find the point.
There we go. So either plug in the x to find the slope at that point, or I plug in a known slope to find out what x does that slope occur. Good. So we plug in 1. And you got all this right, correct, Jake?
Yeah.
Something went wrong later.
Yeah, I just didn't know what to do after that.
Oh, no worries. So what does that all come out to be, Megan?
Oh, the outcome of 321.
Thank you. So, Jake, what does this mean?
That the slope of f at x is 1 is 21.
Perfect. So I have my favorite picture. I've got f. I've got a point here at x equal 1. Oh, we just did this in class today. What symbol should go here, Jake?
F of 1.
There we go. And we're looking for the equation which describes all these green dots. But we know that because those green dots are in a linear pattern, that we have a standard equation that will always fit those dots.
Yeah, so I actually wrote down that equation too. I just couldn't figure out how to make sense of it.
So tell me what, are you good? So tell me what the, so,
Because m is the slope, so we know that that's 21.
yep,
And I'm pretty sure it's x minus 1 because that's the initial x value.
yep.
But
And
then,
better, we'll just change your wording a little bit.
because
This,
that was,
one thing for the video. X1, Y1 simply represents, like how many points are on the green line, Jay?
infinite.
Infinite. X1, Y1 represents any of those points. The only reason we're using 1 is because that's the point we have. If I had any other point, I would use another point.
Okay.
So what's the Y1?
It's the y value at that point.
Yep, so how do I find that?
So you plug it into the function for f.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to write f of 1.
Okay.
So how do you find f
So-
of 1?
I actually ended up doing that too. So I plugged in 1 to the function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That gives me so what does that give you?
2.
Oh, okay, so I don't know. Hold on a second. Got distracted. So f of 1 is 2.
That's what I got.
That's good. So now what do you do, Jake?
Well, then I was confused because it didn't match any of the values, and I already said y equals that. So I wasn't sure what to do.
Somebody else you know? Nate?
Then you go back to your y equals x minus x1 plus y1. So then you put in your slope for f.
Tell me what to write, Megan.
So equals 21 parentheses x minus 1 and then plus 2.
Keep going, Megan.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
so I had that part with the y equals 21 x minus 1 plus 2. But like, because that didn't match any of the answers, I was lost.
It's
I
okay.
think that's where we're going next, but like, I had that part, I just was confused.
Gotcha. So if this was the written section of the test, you would have gotten full credit. Because it's right. On the multiple choice, you have to make your answer match theirs. So what you want to do is look at your answer. Zach's going to help us. Look at your answer and tell me what's the big glaring difference between what you wrote and all of their answers.
You have to distribute it.
Yeah, none of these have parentheses. So I got to get rid of the parentheses. So I got to distribute.
Okay, that makes sense.
So what do you get, sorry, Jake, when you distribute this? Distribute.
21x minus 21 plus 2, which is 21x minus 19.
Good work. Follow up.